Hey, what's up guys? Ravenclaw here and welcome to my Marksman's BFA guide. And today we are talking about everything that's happened to MM between Legion and BFA, so let's get into it. Alright, so let's have a look at the changes to our core abilities as a Marksman Hunter. The first notable one is how we apply Hunter's Mark now. In BFA, we have the ability to simply apply it to the target we choose, which was the way it used to be ages ago. In Legion, it was more of our auto shots will allow a proc to happen for our multi-shot or arcane shot to apply Hunter's Mark to the target. Mark Shot has now been removed from the Marksman's rotation. Marksman's focus is removed as well. Now, Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf is applied to your Marksman Hunter by default. So if you don't choose to have a pet out, you'll just start building up your Lone Wolf stacks. The good thing with Lone Wolf, you actually get Survival of the Fittest, which is a tenacity pet spec ability, which is really helpful in this whole Lone Wolf sort of survivability. The next thing that has changed is your multi-shot. It has dropped in power, sort of. It now does 30% attack power down from 51%. The precise shot has been added. It's an aim shot that causes your next 1 to 2 arcane shots or multi-shots to deal 100% more damage. We now have the ability called Rapid Fire. Shoot a stream of 10 arrows at your target over 3 seconds. Now this does get altered by other talents and abilities later. We'll get over that in a second. Another ability is called Trick Shots. So when you use multi-shot and you hit 3 or more targets, you'll proc Trick Shots. This will allow your Rapid Fire or your next aim shot to ricochet and hit I think it's 2 extra targets. Bursting Shot has changed. It no longer disorients the target, it actually snares the target, which is going to be more useful when you are getting overrun by a bunch of mobs. Okay, so now let's have a look at some of the talents that have been removed and some that have been added. Firstly, we've got Black Arrow that's been removed. That was probably a very notable spell of a marksman, which is, I don't know, I kind of liked it ages ago. Now it's gone, and we're going to get that a lot. The next one has Fast Stride has been removed. Lone Wolf has changed, as we've discussed, so it's no longer talent, it is baseline. Patient Sniper has been removed from the talent tree. Sidewinders, Trick Shot, True Aim, and Wyvern Sting. Now, what have we got in place of all of those? We have, first, Born to be Wild, which is actually pretty decent. It reduces the cooldown of our Aspect of the Cheetah and Aspect of the Turtle. This is good for survivability, more so if you're leveling. Calling the Shots, we've got Careful Aim, Double Tap, Hunter's Mark, which we just discussed as allowing us to apply the Hunter's Mark. We've got Lethal Shots, Master Marksman, Natural Mending, Serpent Sting, and we've got Streamline. I will go over these in the next section when we go and talk about talents. Alright, so now let's have a look at the single and multi-target talent builds. For the single target, let's have a look at the first tier. We've got Master Marksman, Serpent Sting, and Murder of Crows. For me, it's really between, say, Murder of Crows and Serpent Sting. Serpent Sting has a high focus cost, but you do have the ability to apply it more often and to multiple targets, whereas Murder of Crows has a cooldown. Yes, it does get reset if the target dies, but still you're sort of stuck when you do have that cooldown ticking away. Okay, so in the next tier we've got Careful Aim, Volley, and Explosive Shot. Explosive Shot can be good. It does have a 30-second cooldown. Not very good when it comes to your single target. Careful Aim is the best one that I've found to take here, because you get that extra damage on targets above 80% and below 20%. The next tier being more of a utility, we've got Camouflage, Natural Mending, and Trailblazer. As like the other specs, I definitely take Natural Mending here for our extra survivability throughout dungeons and raids. Tier 4 is Steady Focus, Streamline, and Hunter's Mark. For me, now that we get to apply Hunter's Mark ourselves, it really rings true as a single target sort of talent choice here. Applies Hunter's Mark to the target, increasing all damage you deal to the marked target by 5%. If the target dies while affected by a Hunter's Mark, you instantly gain 20 focus, which is pretty handy, but it's just that 5% extra damage that we get to the single target, which is going to help us out a lot. Next here, we've got Born to be Wild, Post Haste, and Binding Shot. Now this one is situational. You can use for, whichever one you feel is the best. I feel Post Haste is probably better, more of a better choice, just to be able to get that extra mobility throughout dungeons. Alright, so in the next tier, tier 90, has Lethal Shots, Barrage, and Double Tap. For me, I would go Lethal Shots here. Steady Shot has a 25% chance to cause your next aim shot or rapid fire to be guaranteed critical strikes. This is a solid choice for your single target build. And the last tier, Calling the Shots, Lock and Load, and Piercing Shot. Lock and Load seems to be... well, this is RNG based. It does seem to be proccing quite a lot for me. Now, once again, this is all random. Your ranged auto attacks have 5% chance to trigger lock and load, causing your next aimed shot, to cost no focus and be instant. Alright guys, now let's quickly look at the AoE build. I would look at something like this. We'll go Master Marksman, as aimed shot has a 100% chance to reduce the focus cost of your next arcane shot or multi-shock by 100%. This is going to be great for saving that focus in AoE situations. Next one, I would definitely go Explosive Shot. You just need to be careful with this one because once you press the Explosive Shot, the bullet goes out, and if you press it again, it will explode. So you got to be careful not to double tap that puppy, otherwise you'll explode right at your face. Tier 3, once again, situational. I will still stick with Natural Mending. So in the next tier, you would be definitely looking at something like Streamline, because Rapid Fire now lasts 30% longer. Pair that with Double Tap, and then when you do your multi-shot and you get your buff, you are going to just start like machine gunning these people down. Okay, so tier 5, I would still stick with Post Haste for that extra mobility. Tier 6, definitely go Double Tap. It works with your Rapid Fire, so when you're, like I just mentioned earlier, it'll basically double the amount of bullets that come out with Rapid Fire. Alright, and the last, I would go Lock and Load, because if you're using your multi-shot to get your buff, if you have an instant aim shot, you'll be able to ricochet it around 3 different targets. Okay, so before we get into the rotation, let's have a quick chat about what stats you should be going for in BFA for your Marksman. The way I see it, obviously your primary stat is your agility. You want to then go for your mastery, which increases our range, but also our damage. For single target, you want to hit up versatility and haste, sort of on the same level, and then critical strike. However, when you're going to do your AoE, you want to sort of swap your versatility for your critical strike, because we want as much of those crits hitting as many of those targets as possible. Alright guys, now let's have a look at a little bit of a rotation for single and AoE. Important things to note. Always have your Hunter's Mark up on your main target. Apply True Shot at the beginning of the fight to get that extra haste. You want to make sure that you maintain your Serpent Sting. Now remember, this is going off what we've discussed in this video. Obviously, if you've taken things like double tap, apply, get that ready at the beginning of the fight and use it in conjunction with Rapid Fire. But if you've taken what we've discussed, Serpent Sting, then you want to make sure that you use Steady Shot as a filler between different abilities. 1, to get the focus back up, and 2, to proc Lethal Shots. If your Lethal Shots proc, then you have a chance to, depending on what's on off cooldown, I usually use it with Rapid Fire just so I can get that guaranteed crits on all of the shots that come out. And then from there, it's simply rinse and repeat. So like I said, you've applied your Hunter's Mark, your True Shot aura, then you want to go from your aim shot, apply your Serpent Sting, and in between shots using your steady shot, because also remember you can use it as you're moving around as well. As you can see, all of the shots are guaranteed crits, and so on and so forth. It is really situational on mostly how you play, but that is sort of the way I do it. Alright guys, so now let's have a look at the AoE rotation. It is relatively straightforward. The main thing you want to keep going is with multi-shot. So we get our trick shots, then we can use our double tap into rapid fire, so it ricochets between all of the, well, another 2 targets. From there, we want to make sure that we use our explosive shot. Be careful with the detonation on this, because if you double tap it real quick, it's going to blow up in your face. And pretty much rinse and repeat from there. So multi-shot, that's our trick shots there, with our double tap into rapid fire, so that way it ricochets over everyone's face. Then multi-shot is pretty much the filler. Then explosive shot, exploded on the target, and so on and so forth. It's just pretty much whatever really works for you. It is a sort of I don't know, fiddly rotation, but you will definitely get the hang of it. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Marksman. Now, as far as pets go, I do have a guide up already that should help you guys out. Link will be in the description. And as far as gear goes, I'm doing a full guide on all the Azeroth pieces and for each spec in the next video. Yeah, but if you have any other questions or comments, or if I've missed something in the guide, like always, please let me know down in the comments below. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the Hunter crew. And as always, you amazing people out there, you keep on sniping, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.